and we go into Trader Joe's, and he befriends the sample man, handing out hot dogs. And he's like, "See, Mary, it's a great place to meet someone." You know, and if there was someone on the side of the road that needed a hand, not only would he help them, but he would become their friend. And I loved calling him after an airplane trip because without fail, he'd talk to the person next to him on the airplane the entire way there. He'd gotten their life story and he wanted to tell you all about it. And I think it's unbelievable to think about life without him. And I think that the only thing we can do is, you know, spread his love, and spread that joy and that just infallible love for other people.
So Meredith and I were putting together this slideshow today, and I've been calculating these number, but I'm up to four things that I realized in making this slideshow. So the first one is that Tyler's wardrobe is so limited. Shirt, like that Cheshire Cat shirt is where I'm like, yours this? I can't even tell because we're wearing the same shirt. The second is that he's really good looking. Like that jaw structure, like oh my god, good looking boy. The Lorenzis are testament to that too. Good looking family. The third is that he always has people with him. Mary and I were struggling so hard to find a picture of Tyler alone for this one. And as you can see, he's not even alone in it. Like Lou, his sister, Lauren, in the background, like peeking out. He's never alone. He's always surrounding himself with people. And I remember freshman year, 6 years ago, we were newly friends, this whole group that you see up here and others that are out there too. And we all went to a ski trip together. And we stopped at Meredith's house in Colorado in Boulder. And it came to everyone's attention that I didn't know how to hug very well. It was like, I was hugging with like awkward arms or like, I don't know. It makes me sound like I'm not from It makes me sound like I'm not from a loving family, but I guess they just like weren't as good at huggers as some of these people up here. So Tyler made me a PowerPoint called Hugging 101. And then literally was like, here's when you go like arm up and down, here's when you go up, like here's when you go lower. And Ty, I mean like he was such a hugger.
And then we practiced.
I've been practicing for 6 years. I think I've mastered it, so if any of you need a hug later. And then the fourth thing is that I really couldn't find a picture where Tyler didn't have some sort of like oozing wound or like bruise on his face or like something. I mean, his legs themselves were like I don't know, they're a scientific experiment. It has like knobs and like cuts and everything. And he's such an explorer. We did this Boston trip, and we ended up coining a term called shiny time. We couldn't get anywhere on time because we were walking, and Tyler would get distracted by a shiny object. Usually a tree, not even shiny, just like, you know, just like a tree or like a bench. He had to climb it or like jump over it or like do a cartwheel on it or something. So we ended up coining shiny time. So it was like, oh well, it'll take 45 minutes to get there, 30 minutes walking, 15 minutes shiny time. So we'll be there in 45 minutes. So those are the four things that come to mind about Ty, but I hope they just capture just a piece of him.
Yeah, I found out about Ty on Friday when I was in a big study room with a bunch of my med school friends, and I just left the room for like 2 hours, and I was like, oh, I have to go back and probably explain why I just left the study group for 2 hours. And I was like, how am I ever going to explain to them how much this guy means to me and everything? And then I went back in and I realized that everybody but one person had met Ty and had gone to DC or gone to Colorado with him, or he came to visit. He like made friends with all my med school friends, and we went out that one night. So everybody in the room knew who he was and like knew how great he was. I just thought that really reflected on even my friends in Cleveland. He came to Cleveland. I mean, that's that was big. But yeah, I met Ty my P Wild trip freshman year. We've been like best friends ever since that. And I honestly can't think of like many memories of Northwestern or even the last couple of years that don't have Ty in them. I think he really made me a better person. I think he probably made us all a better person. So I'm really gonna miss him, but at least we had him for the time he was here.
I guess we'd like to take a chance for anybody to speak up and.
Yeah, I'd like to say thanks. Shortly. I have to talk about when I first met Ty. Ty was actually the first person that I met in college. I was sitting on the P-Wild bus and happened to be lucky enough to sit next to him. And it was like an 8-hour bus ride. Like, what are you going to do for 8 hours? And Ty and I just talked the whole entire 8 hours about like heli skiing and mountain climbing, like anything, like things I hadn't even done before, just about all these things that sounded so awesome. I thought everybody in Northwestern was like that. I remember got back to campus and the first thing he did was came to my dorm and said, "Hey, Andrew, or Ween, I don't know what he called me. Like, do you have any shampoo? I can borrow?" He hadn't showered for a week and he didn't know what to do. Out of the shower. The last time I talked to Ty was about a week ago. Talked to him at night, and he and Charlie were out on that boat. He was sitting in the front. They were just having a great time, and it's amazing. It takes a really special person to be able to go out to Hampton, Virginia, in the middle of nowhere, and find so many cool things to do there, and so many cool people and special people, and really have a good time. And it's just a lesson that we can definitely all learn. And I want to thank you guys for all coming out. I know everyone has been some people have been surprised how happy we all look. And I can say this is definitely the happiest I've been since I found out that Ty died. You guys coming here and helping me and realizing all the people that Tyler's life changed and helping us share the good stories and get through it together really makes a huge difference. And this is definitely the best I've felt and the happiest I've been. So thank you guys.
So I guess now we'd like to open it up to other people who have thoughts to share. I mean, this is just such a loss for the world. I mean, Tyler was such a special person, and to everybody that he met, I don't think there's anyone who didn't love Tyler. So just hoping that we can share in this moment together. And if you want to say something, go ahead. If not, just sitting here in silence is almost as powerful as saying any words.
I